In our last class, we discussed family of circles and family of rose curves. And today I want to discuss family of cardioids. So before that, let us try to understand this test, symmetry test, because symmetry test is important to sketch a graph easily. So in A, it says a curve in polar coordinates is symmetric. A curve in polar coordinates is symmetric about the x-axis if replacing theta by minus theta in its equation produces the same equation r equal cos theta. So if you replace theta by minus theta in this equation, theta by minus theta, and get back the previous equation, you will get back previous equation, right? Cos theta.
Yes, sir.
This is our original equation. But now if you replace theta by minus theta, if you get back the same equation. So which indicates that if you sketch this equation, it will be symmetric to the x-axis. If you sketch r equal to cos theta, you see r equal to cos theta, we know this is a circle and which is symmetric to the x-axis, right? The area in this part and the area in this part is same.
Same.
So it is symmetric to the x-axis. B, a curve in polar coordinates is symmetric about y-axis if replacing theta by phi minus theta, replacing theta by phi minus theta in its equation produces an equivalent equation. For example, let's say r equal to sine theta. This is your original equation. Now if you replace theta by sine pi minus theta, theta by pi minus theta, then you will get back your previous equation, sine theta, because this is 290 degree and minus theta, which is in this quadrant, and in this quadrant sine is always positive, right? Can you remember those things? Sine 2 into pi by 2 minus theta. So if the coefficient of pi by 2 is even, then sine will not change. Sine will be sine. And 2 pi by 2 minus theta is in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine is always positive. Therefore, r equal to sine theta. So if you sketch r equal to sine theta, we know r equal to sine theta is a circle which lies in the open up. And we understand that this curve is symmetric to the y-axis. This part and this part is same. And a curve in polar coordinates is symmetric about the origin if replacing theta by theta plus phi and replacing r by minus r in its equation produces an equivalent equation. So if you put theta plus pi for theta or r minus r for r and you get back your previous equation, it means the curve is symmetric to the origin, symmetric about the origin. This figure indicates that the curve is symmetric to the x-axis. This figure indicates that the curve is symmetric to the y-axis, and this figure indicates that the curve is symmetric to the origin. Does it make sense? Now in this example 7, we can again confirm that the rose curve which we discussed in our last class, the rose curve is symmetric to the x-axis as well as y-axis. Why? Because if you replace theta by minus theta, you get back your original equation. If you replace theta by pi minus theta, you get back your original equation. which indicates that the curve is symmetric to the x-axis as well as y-axis. So if you look on this picture, you see this rose curve is symmetric to both x-axis and y-axis. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Example 8. Sketch the graph of this equation r equal to a into 1 minus cos theta in polar coordinates. This is very important graph. We will use this one in several problems in the next couple of lectures. So try to understand the sketching of this one. R equal to 1 minus cos theta in polar coordinates, assuming a to be a positive constant. So R equal a into 1 minus cos theta. Now your first target will be what? When theta 0, R equal to what? Cos 0 equal 1, so R equal to 0. The first point is this one. This is a point. And second one, when theta pi by 2, R equal to what? A, right? 1 minus 0, which is A. Let's say A is this distance. 0 to A, this is A. So the coordinate of this point is A pi by 2. And the coordinate of this point 0, 0. Now what happened in this area? To know that, we need to consider theta equal, for example, what? Let us consider pi by 3, because cos pi by 3 equal to half, and 1 minus half equal half a. So when theta equals pi by 3 means 60 degree, right? 60 will be like this one, this one. Theta equals pi by 3, and a will be half a. A will be like this, so half a will be here. This is half a. So the coordinate of this point is a by 2, pi by 3. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
And what happened when theta equals pi? Theta equals pi. Theta pi হলে আর কত? Cos pi এর মান কত? Negative 1. So 1 minus 1, 2a. 2a কত দূর যাবে? It took up to here, this point. The coordinate of this point will be what? 2a pi. Now we need another point in between. In between we need another point. Let us consider 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 means what? 2 pi by 3, 120 degree, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the value of cos 120 degree? 120 will be in this. This will be 120.
Sir, minus half. 120.
Minus half. So minus half. It means 1 plus half. 1 plus half, which is 3 by 2, right? So it means 3a by 2. So the 3a by 2 will be what? 3 by 2a, 3 by 2. If this is a, this is a and half a. This is this point, I think, approximately this point. So 3 by 2a, 2 pi by 3. So we have considered how many points? 1, 2, 3, 5 points. Now we are able to understand the required graph. We can imagine that this graph will passes through this point. You see, তাহলে গ্রাফটা কিরকম হবে? এই যে এরকম, দেখো এরকম এরকম। Does it make sense, Zarif?
Yes, sir. So তাহলে কি স্যার symmetric হবে?
হ্যাঁ, the curve is symmetric to the x-axis.
X-axis.
Why? Because if you put theta minus theta for theta, you will get back your original
Same equation. Yes, sir.
So when you can sketch the above half of x-axis, you can easily understand that the lower half will be like this. Lower half will be like this. So you see the graph look like a cardioid, heart shape. The graph look like heart. That's why the graph is known as cardioid. এটার নাম কি? Cardioid. CARDIOID. DIOID.
Oh, okay.
Cardioid. It comes from the Greek word cardia, meaning heart. This half heart-shaped curve is called cardioid. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
And you can the point we have considered here also you can check in this book. So the same point I have considered to sketch this one. You can first draw the above half of the x-axis, then by applying the symmetry test you can draw the lower half. Okay, and probably this figure will make you more happy. This one.
Okay, sir. So we have just drawn this one, right?
Just we draw this one. Does anyone has any question? Now what happens if the equation is like this, r equal to a into, forget about a, let's say there is no a, 1 plus cos theta, 1 minus cos theta, r equal 1 minus cos theta. So there is no a, it means the value of a is what? 1, right?
1. The value of a is 1.
1. So your figure will be exactly same like before. It will be exactly same. But note that this distance, if 1, then this distance is what? এটা 1 আর এটা কত? 2 না?
Yes, sir.
এই যে এখানে দেখো এটা ছিল a and this one 2a. From origin to this vertex the distance 2a. So if I put 2 here, then what will happen? 2. Then this distance is 2 and this distance 4.
4. Twice. Yes,
If
sir.
I put 5 here, then what will happen? This distance 5 and this distance
10.
10. So you need to understand carefully that if this distance is a, this distance will be double from origin to the peak of this curve will be 2a. Now what happen if you want to draw r equal to 1 plus cos theta? 1 plus cos theta will be just the opposite one of this curve. Just this one, you see, this one আর একটু bigger হবে like this one. তাহলে এই গ্রাফটা কি হবে? r equal 1 or a into 1 plus cos theta. Does it make sense? And other
Sir,
students?
this will be again symmetric to x-axis.
Symmetric to x-axis, of course, but instead of minus, if you use plus, then the most of the part of this heart will be in the right half.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
এরকম এই যেরকম this is this one, r equal to a into 1 minus 1 plus cos theta. প্লাস হলে ডানেরটা, মাইনাস হলে বামেরটা. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
তোমরা এভাবে মনে রাখতে পারো যে এক্স অ্যাক্সিসের এটা তোর পজিটিভ সাইড, রাইট? So in that case the sign will be plus and this is the negative side, sign will be minus. This is a technique to remember, the way I remember by myself. And this one also cardioid, you see, r equal to a into 1 plus sin theta. If you draw this one point by point, you will see that the curve will be like this. This one, r equal to 1 plus sin theta. And r equal to 1 minus cos theta will be this one. r equal a into 1 minus sin theta. So sin এর ক্ষেত্রেও প্লাস হলেও উপরের অংশ থাকবে, and for the minus it will be lower half. The most of the part of the cardioid will be in the lower half. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
And families of cardioid are equal to a plus minus b cos theta, or are equal to a plus minus b sin theta. These are called families of cardioids and limacons. Kota equation? R equal a plus minus b sin theta, and r equal a plus minus b cos theta. Now you can remember the previous equation we discussed, a into 1 plus minus cos theta. So it means a plus minus a cos theta. আমরা এটা আলোচনা করতেছিলাম, or r equal to a plus minus a sin theta. We said these are the equation of cardioid, but এখানে b যখন দিয়ে দিলাম, then the ratio between a and b, a by b is equal to 1. Then this equation represents cardioid. Let me say it again. If in this equation, if this equation will represents cardioid if the ratio between a by b equal to 1. Otherwise it will represents limacons. It is called limacons. So how it look like a limacon? You see, when a by b equal to 1, then it is a cardioid. But if the ratio is less than 1, then you will find an inner loop. It is called limacon with inner loop. And when the ratio is bigger than 1, less than 2, then it is called dimpled limacon. এখানে দেখো আস্তে আস্তে যে পিকটা ছিল সেটা কিন্তু চলে যাচ্ছে, তাই না? রেশিওটা 1 এর থেকে বড় হলে এই পিকটা থাকে, যে এখানে যে একটা পিক ছিল রেশিও 1 এর ক্ষেত্রে, সেটা আস্তে আস্তে চলে যাচ্ছে। যখন এটা যখন এটা 2 এর কাছাকাছি চলে যাবে অথবা 2 হবে, তখন কিন্তু it will look like a circle না, it will look like it is not a circle but convex limacon. Just this inner loop, it will be like this. Inner loopটা চলে যাবে, তাই না?
Yes, sir.
You will understand it more clearly in this picture. Here b means 1. B means 1. So a by b means only a. A by b means only a, right? Since b equal to 1, এখানে b এর জায়গায় কত আছে? 1 না?
Yes, sir.
তাহলে আমরা আগের एग्जांपले যেটা a by b বলছি সেখানে এটাকে কত বলবো? a equal to 1 বলবো না?
Yes, sir.
a by b equal to 1 ছিল আগের एग्जांपले, আগের পিকচারে। আর এখানে a equal to 1 indicates cardioid. When a equal to 1, which indicates cardioid in this equation, r equal to a cos theta. এখন a এর মান যত ছোট হবে একের থেকে, দেখো যত ছোট হবে তত ইনার লুপটা বড় হবে। দেখো বড় হচ্ছে, প্রথমে একটু ছিল 0.75, 0.5 এর ক্ষেত্রে আরেকটু বিগার, 0.25 এর ক্ষেত্রে আরেকটু বিগার, আরো ছোট করলে আরো বড় হবে এটা, ঠিক আছে? আর যখন তুমি a এর মান বাড়াবে আপ টু 2.5 এ নিলে it will look like this, which is called convex limacon. আর এগুলোর নাম কি? লিমাকন উইথ ইনার লুপ, লিমাকন উইথ ইনার লুপ, বাট দিজ আর কল্ড ডিমপ্লেট লিমাকন, যেগুলো। আর এটাকে আমি বলছি কনভেক্স, যেগুলো কনভেক্স। Just for your understanding clearly, but put in your mind if you need, then so that you can recall it in future. But please try to understand at least 4 equations are equal to a plus minus a cos theta are equal to a plus minus a sin theta. এই 4টা ইকুয়েশনকে যাতে তুমি গ্রাফ করতে পারো, এটা তোমার অ্যাবিলিটির মধ্যে থাকতে হবে at least. কারো কোনো কোশ্চেন আছে?
No, sir.
Let me review the whole class today and yesterday. What we learned in our last class, we discussed family of circles, families, and those one was r equal to a, r equal to 2a sin theta, r equal to a cos theta. Number 2, we discuss families of rose curves. Yesterday, families of rose curve was like this: r equal to a cos n theta, right? Or r equal to a sin n theta. We can sketch only for n equal to 2 case. We can plot r equal to a cos 2 theta or r equal to a sin 2 theta. Number 3, today we discuss families of cardioid, which is r equal to a plus a sin theta plus minus, and r equal to a plus minus a cos theta. Or this equation you can write r equal to a into 1 plus minus cos theta, or r equal to a into 1 plus minus sin theta. So these are the sketching, these are the graphs you need to
Sir, number 2 টা কি স্যার?
ability to sketch. Which one?
স্যার নাম্বার 2 টা স্যার কি লিখেছেন স্যার?
Families of rose curves. যেমন ধরো এই যে এটা 27 represents a cardioid, right? 27 cardioid, 28 cardioid, 29 cardioid, 30 limacon, 31, so it represents cardioid, limacon, and so on. আচ্ছা, আরেকটা পিকচার রয়ে গেছে মাঝখানে, আরেকটা গ্রাফ, সেটা তোমরা একটু বাসায় দেখতে হবে। Example 9 also important, এটা বাসায় দেখলে বুঝতে পারবা। r square equal 4 cos 2 theta. We know r equal 4 cos 2 theta represents what? Rose curve. r equal to cos 2 theta indicates,
Yes, sir. N equal to 2. Yes, sir.
rose curve having how many petals? 4 petals.
4 petals.
r equal to cos 2 theta represents a rose curve having 4 petals. So r square equal to 4 cos 2 theta represents a rose curve having 2 petals. Having how many petals? 2 petals. Is it
2 petals.
this one? This curve is known as lemniscates. This is not probably rose curve. Okay, can you sketch it by yourself? This is your homework. তুমি যে 8টাকে 2 ভাগ করে নাও। r square equal to 4 cos 2 theta, therefore r equal to plus minus 2 root cos 2 theta. So just draw this one, r equal to 2 root cos 2 theta. এটা স্কেচ করে বাকিটা তুমি এটা স্কেচ করলে তুমি একটা পালস পাবা, যে এটা পাবা, right one. So -1 will be the other pulse will be thus the -1. বুঝতে পারছো? এটা হচ্ছে r ইকুয়াল টু 2 রুট cos 2 থিটা, আর এটা কি হবে r ইকুয়াল মাইনাস 2 রুট cos 2 theta. So this is your homework. Just try to understand example 8 in your apartment. Sorry, example 9. And try to understand also some other graphs from the exercise. That's it for today's class. Do you have any question?
No, sir.
If you have, we can discuss in our next class.